I hope you know where a mouse can be found. GameMasters here, and I gotta warn you, today's video contains a spoiler from one of the side missions found in Call of the Netherdeep. Earlier today, I was asked, just curious, are you gonna talk about the elephant in Call of the Netherdeep? Yep. Today is all about the Ruidium elephant. And the mouse? Well, aren't elephants kind of scared of them? Deep into Chapter 4 here, the players are going to discover an odd letter that reads, Allegiance Hopefuls, we need you to pick up and deliver a marble figurine of an elephant that was stolen from us. We have located it at a curio shop called the Bone Garden in the Suncut Bazaar and arranged for the proprietor, Ruidium, to hand over the merchandise without a fuss. Simply bring the figurine to gatekeeper Rashid at the Crystal Chateau, and your task is complete. Welcome in advance to the team. Signed, Professor Limey Wist, Allegiance of Allsight. So about this letter. In the course of the book's adventure, the players might look to join this allegiance. In order to do so, they, the players, are given some side missions to prove their, well, allegiance. And that's all good and fine. But it is that key phrase in the letter that I find to be a bit suspicious, without a fuss. I have a feeling that there is something more to this figure. Before we jump deep into what this little guy is, I want to give a shout out to my first patron that is supporting me over on Patreon. And you can too, I'll give a link in the description below. But I want to give a major shout out and thanks to DJ Vu. Your support, it means a lot to me. And also, I'd love to ask that if you're enjoying this video, hit that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I thank you kindly. Savvy players might assume that this is a figurine of wondrous power, and they'd be right. Almost. Remember, we're in the world of Exandria, and as we've pointed out in past videos, many things have been infected with Ruidium, and this elephant figure is no different. Normally, an elephant figure of wondrous power would have the ability to transform into an actual elephant for up to 24 hours, once every 7 days. But with this one having a bad case of the Ruidiums, you can bet it's going to have a pretty major side effect. Should the players accept this side mission, it's true, Ruidium does hand it over without a fuss, but the moment a player touches it, it activates and transforms into a crystalline version of an elephant, and it cannot be controlled. As you can imagine, a wild crystal elephant popping up in a small shop area, chaos is going to follow. When this guy grows into existence, creatures in its space must make a DC 13 dexterity save, else they take 2d10 force damage and are pushed into the nearest unoccupied space. All the while, this thing is totally uncontrollable and is going on a rampage. The Ruidium elephant is a huge construct and has an armor class of 16 and 12d12 plus 60 hit points. It has a strength of 24, a dexterity of 9, a constitution of 21, its intelligence is 3, its wisdom is 11, and its charisma is 6. It has a conditional immunity from being charmed or frightened, and it has a challenge rating of 8. It has an ability called Trampling Charge. If it moves at least 20 feet straight forward, which might be a bit difficult in the bazaar, and then if it hits with a gore attack on the same turn, the creature it just charged could be knocked prone. Plus, as a bonus action, it can use its stomp attack against that same creature. Its gore attack has plus 10 to hit, and if the target is missing any hit points, the Ruidium elephant has advantage. Upon a successful hit, it can do 4d8 plus 7 piercing damage plus 2d6 psychic damage. Its stomp attack has plus 10 to hit when stomping a prone creature, and it does 4d10 plus 7 bludgeoning damage plus 2d6 psychic damage. Once this Ruidium elephant has been reduced to 0 hit points, it reverts back into its figurine form, and for the next 7 days, it's just a small marble elephant figure. This is where the players will have a choice. Keep it or deliver it to the gatekeeper. If they deliver it, great. Their side mission is complete. However, should they decide to keep it, the Allegiance frowns upon this, but the players will now own a crazy elephant figurine that cannot be controlled, but they might be able to use it for some crafty purposes, of course once every 7 days. However, Upon redeeming Apotheon and cleansing Ruidium from the land, the figure will no longer be infected and will become a marble elephant figurine of wondrous power, providing to the characters all of the benefits and fun shenanigans that such a possession can grant. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a large elephant to ride around on for 24 hours once every 7 days? Oh, and here's one for you. What do you get when you cross a potato with an elephant? Mashed potatoes. We've been diving deep into Call of the Netherdeep and have made several videos showcasing some pretty neat things, from magic items to monsters, and you can check out our playlist here. What would you do with this thing? Keep it or return it? Let me know in the comments below, and until next our paths cross, may you find a big bucket of peanuts?